So this suffering is actually, it's too much. This dying, death is not fun at all. No one wants to die. No one says that I'm very happy that I'm going to die. But only at one point of time, when we fully accomplish, when we fully progress 100%, then we are no more afraid of death, because we will be waiting for death to go to Krishna's will. So that means in this life, if we are able to completely control our mind, completely free ourselves from the three modes of material nature, so that is known as Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan Pumam Charati Nisprugha Nirmamo Nirahankaraha Sasantim Madhigachati. So if you are able to give up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan, so we should achieve that desireless state, Nisprugha. Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan Pumam Charati Nisprugha Nirmamo Nirahankara. So without claiming any proprietorship, Nirmamo, and without any false ego, false prestige, Nirahankaro. If you are able to achieve that status, then that is known as Sasantim Adhigachari. Then we will get the supreme peace of mind. So that status is known as Brahmi. So there is Brahmi status, Brahmana. So not Brahmana, it is Brahma. Brahmana is one of the four varnas, this Brahma. Yesa Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. So at that time, until the time of death, if we are able to stay in that status, that means free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. The mode of goodness, passion and ignorance, sattva, rajo and tamo gunas. By getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and following the principles of Bhagavad Gita, and simply by spreading this message of Krishna and making as many devotees as possible, and get this knowledge to everywhere and give this knowledge to everyone, and let everyone know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. That's what, that much only we are going to do. We are not going to struggle very hard for this. It's simply conveying the message to everyone that we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. And just share this link, this WhatsApp link, and share this YouTube link. So that way, we are going to get many devotees are going to join our team. This is a group study, as I said. So this group study is going to become thousands of devotees are going to study it together. So that way, if you are able to study Bhagavad Gita like this, and then we will be able to achieve that state that we will be freed from the three modes of material nature, because all the time when we are connected with Krishna, we are freed from the three modes of material nature. So that way, our mind will be always filled with Krishna only, nothing else. See, there are only two things possible. One is our mind can remember Krishna all the time and be peaceful and be happy. So 24/7, our mind is focused only on Krishna, only thinking about Krishna, always remembering Krishna and doing everything for Krishna, and Krishna, 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 all the time Krishna. So then we are very happy. But as soon as we forget Krishna, then our mind is going to think about the material sense object. It's going to remember the material sense object. So then it's going to develop attachment for them. Then from such attachment, kama. From kama, krodha, anger. From anger, delusion. Then from delusion, memory is bewildered. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And then we are going to lose peace of mind. Then we won't be happy. That's it. So our mind, if it remembers things about Krishna all the time, we will be happy, we will have peace of mind, we will be happy. If it doesn't, if the mind is not remembering Krishna, then it's going to remember about the material world, material sense objects, then we won't be happy at all. That's it. This is very easy. Either this or that. Our mind can only do that. So that way, it's our responsibility. That is the responsibility of each and every individual, the soul, that we should keep our mind focused only all the time, remembering Krishna only, all the time. So, what is the best way of remembering Krishna? One thing is studying this Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, And ultimately, the best thing to remember Krishna all the time is that spread this message to everyone. Teach everyone about this Bhagavad Gita. Make as many devotees as possible. So that way, we will be all the time remembering Krishna, constantly connected with Krishna. So when that happens, our life will become too busy that we won't have any time to think about this material sense objects. And we will be all the time focused only on serving Krishna. Then our life is going to be very, very blissful, very, very happy. So that is the way we can forget about this material world. So by remembering Krishna all the time, we can forget and we can detach ourselves from this material world. So then at the time of death, since our mind is only remembering Krishna all the time, and we are not at all thinking anything about anything in this material world, so we are not attached to any material sense objects, we are not attached to anything in this material world, because all the time we are thinking, focusing only on Krishna. So then at the time of death, then there won't be any need for us to come back to this material world again. We won't take birth again in this material world if we remember Krishna all the time. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us understanding the directions and how to perform our activities and how to do everything very clearly, so that it will engage us in all the time in Krishna conscious activities. That is the main. So this is called real Krishna consciousness. This knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge only takes us to this, will elevate us to this state. Uddaret atmanatmanam natmanam avasadaya. So one should elevate oneself with the help of mind. One should not degrade himself. One should not suffer. One should not struggle in this material world. So we need to make our mind as our best friend. We already studied at length in the 6th chapter everything about how to control the mind, how to focus our mind, how to fix our mind on Krishna, how to control our mind, how to make our mind as our best friend. Everything is studied at length. We just have to follow. In the beginning, we may fail. In the beginning, it may seem very difficult to do that. But at the end, it is going to happen, because it will happen by Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy, we will be definitely able to control our mind, and our mind will become our best friend, and we will not find any time to think about anything in this material world. That's what happens. So at that time, we will be very happy. We will be extremely happy. That is called Atma Sukham, the happiness within ourselves, because we are not remembering anything about the material sense objects. We are not seeking any happiness externally from our body. That is called Bahya Sparsesu. Bahya Sparsesu Asaktatma. We should be detached. We should be detached from the external sense enjoyment. That is possible only if we all the time get ourselves connected with Krishna. And that is possible only if we study this Bhagavad Gita. Only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's why this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very, very important for us. So that way we have got great opportunity to keep ourselves fixed on Krishna consciousness by not only ourselves studying this Bhagavad Gita every day, but by spreading this message to everyone. Now in the 8th chapter we are studying, Krishna is teaching us about how to reach him. And when Krishna is teaching about how to reach him, so one thing Krishna said that you remember me all the time. At the time of death, if you remember me, you will come to me. And Krishna also said that if you come to me, then you will not come back to this material world again. If you come to me, then you are not going to come back to this material world again. But wherever you go, you need to come back to this earth. Wherever you go. Even if you go up to Brahma Loka, you need to come back. Brahma Bhuvana Loka, Punaravartino. So then Krishna is teaching about the Brahma Loka, the time difference in Brahma Loka and in this earth. So we understood about that 1000 Mahayugas are equivalent to 1 day in Brahma. There is 4.32 billion years are equivalent to 1 day in Brahma Loka. So that way, Krishna's mercy, we are studying and understanding that even if you go to Brahma Loka, even if we live there for billions of years, we are going to again come back to this material. Again, we are going to come back to this earth. But if you go to Krishna's well, we will not come back. But important point, what we studied, we understood in this sloka, what we studied yesterday in the 18th sloka, Krishna taught us that Avyaktat Vyaktayaga Sarvaha Prabhavati Ahar Agame Ratri Agame Praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Samjanake. So Avyakta Vyakta. We studied about that at length. Avyakta means, for those who have joined today, so to understand what is meant by avyakta, avyakta means the soul not having a body. So that status is known as avyakta. So that means unmanifest. So now manifest. We are manifest means we are inside this body and we have this body. So this is called manifest. This is called vyakta. Vyakta means manifest, having a body. Avyakta means unmanifest, not having a body. So what Krishna is teaching us that the 4.32 billion years in this earth is equivalent to 1 day, 12 hours for Brahma. And during that time, so Krishna is teaching us that during that time, we are going to keep on taking birth in this material world. We die and take birth again. We die and take birth again. So that's what is going to happen. We will keep on taking birth in this material world. So, but when Brahma's night falls, then everything is annihilated. Everything in this material world. So in this material world means in this earth. Brahma's world also is material world, but Brahma's world is not annihilated, but this earth is completely gone. So when this earth is gone, so then we will be again get into a status where we will not have any body. So that is known as avyakta for another 12 hours of Brahma. That is equivalent to another 4.32 billion years in this earth. So we will again 4.32 billion years, we won't be able to take any body, then we will keep coming. Then afterwards, again when Brahma's day starts, then again this avyakta, from avyakta to vyakta starts. So that's why in this sloka, what we are studying today, Krishna is very clearly telling us, very clearly giving us the knowledge that in this sloka number 19, so Krishna is saying that in the 8th chapter, Bhutagramah sayevayam Bhutva praliyate Ratri agame avasaha partha Prabhavati agaragame. So Bhutagramaha means everything in this material world, including the soul. All soul is always there. Soul is never born. It's na jayate na mriyate. So the Atma is always there. But everything in this material world, Bhutagramaha sayevayam. So it goes to avyakta state when Brahma's night falls. And again when Brahma's day starts, it comes to vyakta state. And during the day of Brahma, we are going to die so many times, many times, unlimited number of times during Brahma's day, and we keep on changing bodies after body after body after body, so many material bodies in different species of life. That's what is going to happen. So then again when Brahma's night falls, then everything goes into dormant state. So that's why Krishna is saying that Bhutva praliyate. So this material world is, this earth is created, annihilated, created, annihilated, created, destroyed, created, destroyed. So that's what Bhutva praliyate. So that's why Bhutagramaha sayevayam Bhutva praliyate Ratri agame avasaha partha. So when it is praliyate, when it is destroyed, Ratri agame, when Brahma's night falls, Ratri agame praliyate, Bhutva praliyate, Ratri agame avasaha. Avasaha means certainly, compulsorily, it will be completely annihilated, destroyed. Then Prabhavati aharagame. So when Brahma's day starts, when in the morning, when Brahma's day starts, then again this earth is created, this material world here it's created, and again we will get this body, and again then we will keep on changing bodies. Then again when the next Brahma's night comes, so next day night comes, again everything goes into the dormant state, and again next day Brahma's day starts, and again it's actually we're going to go through this thing all the time, suffering. It's not at all fun to take birth in this material world and die again and again. It's not fun to get into this material body. It's not at all fun to get stuck inside this material body, this bandha, this karma bandha, this janma bandha. We need to get out of this. We need to free ourselves. So this is the opportunity. We cannot depend on our so-called scientists or science to solve all these problems. No university in the world are going to, or no Nobel laureates or anyone, nobody is going to find out a solution for this problem. The problem faced by the soul, the Atma. We are not the body, we are the soul. So the real problem is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, birth, old age, disease and death. So we need to Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Dukkhi, Vimukto, Amritam Ashrute. When that is possible, only if we understand this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we will be freed from this material world. So that way, we have got the great opportunity, the very rare opportunity to study this Bhagavad Gita and realize and understand and realize that we are the soul, we are not the body, so that now we can focus on serving Krishna with this knowledge, and we'll be able to connect ourselves with the super soul, Krishna, with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. This is the great opportunity, and we are making use of it. And the strength in our classes, our everyday in our group study, this Bhagavad Gita, it's really increasing very much. And Krishna is now giving ways to communicate, ways to make more devotees to know about this. And definitely it's going to increase even more and more. And definitely by Krishna's costless mercy, we are progressing towards Krishna. The main point is that every day, even though it may be a small percentage, but every day we are making progress towards Krishna. We are making progress towards giving up this material world completely. So by Krishna's mercy, we finished this sloka number 19 today, 8th chapter, 19th sloka. And we will discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna. I'll hand over to Siva Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Siva Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Siva Prabhu, you are there?
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. I think we don't have any questions, so we can go with the new participants first.
Yes,
I see